Good morning. I'm just fixing this right here. I don't know if this is going to sit well on the recording, but hopefully it will. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to our tarot reveal. We go live every Monday and Friday. So if you're watching the replay on YouTube, feel free to skip ahead a few minutes. I'm going to wait for everybody to get on. So there. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Come on in, come on in. I'm just trying to fix everything. All these gadgets and technology. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. I don't know how many people are going to be awake since it's a holiday, right? You never know. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. So we're going to get started in just a minute. I'm going to let everybody wake up and get on. If you've never been here before, this is our weekly tarot reveal where we're going to look at all of the energy of the week. You just had a little internet trouble? Uh-oh. That's Mercury retrograde for you, right? I blame everything on Mercury retrograde. So come on in. Get you a nice coffee or tea or whatever it is that you like to drink in the morning. And we're going to look at all the energy coming up for us this week. Hey, Miss Charlotte. So, like I said, we do this every Monday and Friday. We look at all the energy coming up. Feel free to ask questions. This is a collective reading. You got coffee in hand? There you go. Perfect. I've got my coffee right here. It looks crazy now that I started like blending cacao in my coffee. But as soon as I heard that cacao is really good to start putting in your coffee, I was sold. It goes in there every morning now. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. We just had Venus stationed direct. So if you've been having issues in the love department, you can expect for them to gradually start getting better. Okay, so hopefully whenever Venus was retrograde, you were really analyzing what was going on in your relationships currently or in the past and figuring out how you want to move forward once Venus went direct. So we have Venus direct now, and then Jupiter went retrograde. So it's like the universe giveth and the universe taketh away. Okay, so what we're going to do first before we get into the tarot, we're going to cleanse our heart chakra. Why? Because we need to get all the heaviness out of our heart chakra. This bowl is attuned to the frequency of the heart chakra. So all you do is you just sit there and breathe and accept the vibration. Let all the anxiety, all the fear release, and then we will get into tarot, okay? Relax your shoulders, relax your whole body if you can. Close your eyes if you can. Just enjoy the vibration, and I'll let you know when it's finished, all right? Here we go. Just take nice deep breaths. Relax everything in your body. Keep breathing, it's still going. Now let's take one deep breath together. Ready? Here we go. Pick it up and expand your lungs and pick up all that heaviness, all that fear and anxiety, and blow it out quickly. That should feel good. And so, y'all, if you're not someone that comes to this live often, tarot class begins tomorrow, okay? If you want to be in my tarot class, you got to go to my profile, click on my website, and go to Tarot Apprenticeship, okay? That's how you claim your spot in my tarot class. We're about to spend the next 12 weeks together learning the tarot, okay? So I had a lot of people. My video went viral here on TikTok and on Instagram about pulling the 3 cards for yourself, and so many people were confused. So if you're one of those people and you want to learn how to actually read the tarot, I will be happy to teach you, okay? Yeah, Mercury goes direct on the 14th. Absolutely. So let's see. Hey, Dana. Oh, thank you. She said, tarot class is amazing. Get into it. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get our fairy blessing for the week, and then y'all will choose your deck we're going to use today. So what is our fairy blessing for this week? Let's see. We have the blessing of stability. Ooh, I like that. Okay. The blessing of stability. So outwardly, everything feels really chaotic, right? We have so many planets in retrograde. Like I said, Venus just went direct, but then Jupiter went retrograde. So it's like, would y'all make up your freaking minds? So you're going to have the blessing of stability. This right here, stability is what you need in order to grow at a like rapid pace, okay? When you find your stability, you will experience so much more in your life because little things are not going to knock you off, okay? So let's see what it has to do with the tarot. So we're going to grab this deck and this deck. We're going to choose two unique decks this morning, okay? So we have Akashic Tarot here, deck 1. And we have the Kipper deck, deck 2. So choose deck 1 or deck 2. Which one do y'all want me to use today? So we have one vote for 1. So Akashic Tarot or the Kipper deck. 1 or 2. Oh, goodness, it shot up. Oh, everybody's liking the 1s. We got 1, 2. Okay. 2s are kicking in now. Looks like most people want the Akashic. The Akashic one is really cool. Uh-oh, 2s are coming in strong. Okay, I think 1s are going to win it, though. We'll pull 1 from the Kipper deck in a little bit, but let's start with the Akashic Tarot and see what we need to know. We're going to look at every day this week, like we normally do, and then we're going to pull more Oracle, get more messages, and all that fun stuff. Sorry, I just shook my camera. My little camera stand is weird. It was like kind of weeble wobbling, so... You know what, let me shuffle these really well because I haven't used them since last week. All right. Let's see what we need to know this week. Did y'all have a good weekend? Did you rest this weekend? I did not. Because I told you, the only thing you should be doing last weekend is something you were inspired to do. Well, I finished painting my house. So I was inspired to do that. Why? Because Venus was about to station direct and the energy just got me. So you feel fully expanded and lighter? Good. You didn't rest? Uh-oh. Right, Amadi? I think of that every time. You wanted to start playing guitar? Ooh, awesome. That's cool. My son has been teaching himself how to play guitar. You can never go wrong there. Music is always beneficial. Okay, so let's see what the energy is for today. We have the 2 worlds in reverse. I like this because this is better in reverse. Because what this indicates is you are choosing the spiritual side. So today, really allow yourself to be in your spiritual energy, okay? Because when this is direct, you're, again, weeble wobbling. Isn't that funny how we just brought that up? When it's direct, you're going like this. You're like, I don't know. I don't know where I should be. I'm having a hard time. I don't understand. So today, you're going to feel like you're more in your spiritual energy instead of like you normally feel, okay? Which is not a bad thing, right? So allow yourself to, so it's funny how we have stability, right? So stability, and then here, 2 worlds, we're choosing something. What is it that you need to be more stable in? What is it that you want to grow in? Is it your spiritual side? Perfect. Then you can expand on that in so many ways, okay? If you want to join tarot class, if you want to learn about your human design, if you want to get an astrology reading, if you want to get an inner child reading with Madi or an energy cleansing with Anne or whatever, you know, whatever it is that you feel led to do, allow yourself to go within today, okay? So let's look at the energy of tomorrow. Tomorrow we have 7 of Keys, Ascent, okay? But it's in reverse. So tomorrow you may feel like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. But you know what? That's okay. Because we all reach obstacles throughout our entire journey. We're never going to stop having obstacles in our lives. Because why? It's an opportunity for us to expand ourselves. It's an opportunity for us to overcome something. So if you feel stepping back in a way, ask yourself, okay, well, what is this teaching me? Why do I feel like I'm being knocked back? What am I potentially missing that I could be using in order to overcome this obstacle here? Okay? So let's look at Wednesday. Wednesday, we have the 7 of Scrolls. Isn't it interesting how we have 7 here and then we have 7 here? So 7 of Scrolls, intricacy and industry, okay? So what this is indicating is you want to pay attention to the details of whatever it is that you are trying to overcome, whatever it is you're trying to build. You know how they say Rome wasn't built in a day? That's exactly what this card is saying. It's like take it step by step. Pay attention to the details of whatever you're participating in on Wednesday, especially if it has to do with business or any legal matters or anything like that. So if you're wanting to, start a new career or start a new business, well, we got to lay the solid foundation, because if you're putting the cart before the horse, it's never going to work out, right? We have to start with the foundation. And you got to really, like I was talking to my son actually this morning, because he's wanting to do travel photography and whatnot. And he's going to start proposing to different companies. And I told him, I was like, well, you got to start by getting a portfolio together. Get all of that stuff together, because you want to wow them with what you currently have. And they're going to, feel like they need what you have, what you offer, right? So you got to start at the foundation. Think about all the details, which I'm not a big fan of because I don't like tedious work, but it's necessary. We can't just skip that, okay? So Wednesday, just really pay attention to the details. Let's look at Thursday. Ooh, there we go. Thursday, we have the initiation, okay? It says initiation and the Count Saint Germain. So on Thursday, if you're doing this introspective energy or process, so we have the 2 worlds, right? We're looking at the spiritual side of things. We have the ascent in reverse, right? It could be Tuesday is just a good day for you to go within, to like take a step back and look at everything, right? Understand that whatever process you're going through, it's 1 step at a time, okay? Don't try to look at, okay, well, I got to get to the top. No, just look, I got to get ahead. I got to get ahead of where I am right now. Just baby steps, 1 step at a time, okay? And then we got to look at the 7 of Scrolls. Hello, what are you doing? Stop it. We don't allow that during readings. Douglas. My other dog is like, stop bothering me. The puppy wants to play. That's why he's messing around. So anyways, the 7 of Scrolls is we got to look at the details. It's like, okay, I've decided that, yes, I do need to just 1 step ahead, right? Progress. Any progress is progress. And then on Wednesday, I got to look at all the details. Am I building the solid foundation for where I want to go? This could be anything. Like I said, it could be a business. It could be a hobby that you want to create a business out of. It could be, it really could be a relationship, but this is more so focused on your like financial foundation, okay? And then on Thursday, we have the initiation. This is an up leveling, okay? It's like the universe is like, we've seen your work and now you're getting an upgrade, okay? You're getting access into what's behind here, okay? So we have 1 and 4. We're just talking about stability. 1 is the self, okay? And 1 is creation. 4 is about stability, practicality, foundation, see? And then 1 and 4 is 5. So you're going through a change of sorts on Thursday. Not a bad thing, right? Oh, thank you so much, Jessica. Let's see. Oh, what time is it here right now? It's 9:47. So that way you can look at what when class starts tomorrow. Aw, thank you for the heart. Okay, so let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck is we have community in reverse. Now, when community is in reverse, this is indicating that this is a time for you to focus on you. There might be, whenever we go through an expansion, whenever we increase our vibration or we have this leveling up, there are going to be people around you that you normally spend time with that are going to kind of rub you the wrong way. It's going to be like sandpaper, because you're going to start seeing the people that are really lack-minded, the people that are really negative about life and themselves. And it's going to start irritating you, okay? So there's probably going to be time this week where you're like, I might need to distance myself from this person a little bit, just because it's not that, I don't like them or I'm judging them. It's just we're not resonating anymore, okay? Does that make sense? Let's get one out of the Kipper deck. Let's see. Because also you see this person here, right? They're sitting up there by themselves. This person is sitting up there by themselves. It's all about you and your journey. We can go with other people, but in the end, your journey is your journey. Are you meant to spend it alone? No. Are you meant to do it alone? In a sense, okay? Because you can't expect someone else to solve your problems. You can't expect someone else to understand everything about you. Everybody has their own journey, right? And so we want to respect that. In your case, she's annoying. Uh-oh. Douglas, stop. We're doing readings. We don't do that. Fix to go put him out in the living room if he doesn't knock it off. What else do we need to know for this week? I can't stand coming across people's lives where they've got dogs barking in the background, kids running around in the background, and they're like doing tarot readings. And I'm like, that's not a good environment to try to connect and advise. Look, we have distant horizons and we have the anchor coming off, okay? Give me 1 second. I'm about to put him out there because he's not going to disrupt us. 1 second, I'll be right back, okay? Well, I don't know why I just did that, but I'll fix it when I come back. I don't know what just happened. Okay, it just changed it all because I touched the screen. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to get him out of the room because we don't do that. Okay, so anyways, so we pulled the Horizon card, okay? Now this card symbolizes movement forward, dropping the dead weight, okay? Cutting the anchor loose so you can go through this evolution, through this upgrade, okay? But you have to spend time really evaluating where is it that needs your attention, okay? We do still have Mercury retrograde, right? We're analyzing things in our life, analyzing who we're spending time with, what our thoughts are, what have we been putting our energy and intentions into. We got to look at all the details and see how we can make these shifts, because both of these are number 7, right? So 7 is a very highly spiritual number. 7 is like we want to look at this from that spiritual angle here. And then you add 7 and 7 together, what do we get? 14. Ta-da! See, the cards don't lie. Okay? And then we have community in reverse, and it's number 8. Well, 8 is personal attainment. It's karmic energy. It's abundance, all of that. So it's like you might need to go this week, like alone, as far as like spending time within and figuring out, you know, maybe there's some people that you don't need to be hanging around with. And it's not out of judgment. It's just sometimes we have to leave people where they are. Or if you are, you know, trying to build a business with somebody else, but they're not really in it, then you might have to go it alone. Okay? I've had to deal with that. My son is dealing with that currently. And it's just really hard when you're trying to really grow, to get other people on the same page in the beginning, because everybody has their own ideas. Everybody has their own journey. Some people aren't meant for certain things, but they think it would be fun. They think it's a good idea, but in the end, it's not meant for them. So we don't want to take it personally. We should be like, you know what? I feel this is my journey, so I'm going to go this way. Is that making sense, y'all? You're taking notes? Okay. Good. All right. Let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know this week? Oh, and you know, last week I said that I was going to do the chakra cleansing and alignment on the 15th. I'm going to do it the morning of the 16th, actually. Okay, I sent out the email last week to let everybody know. But if you're not in the VIP Soul Collective, then you can get in there and I will cleanse your chakras, realign your energy, because we will be coming out of Mercury retrograde, okay, at that time, and we're all going to need it. Trust me. All these planets retrograde, Mercury retrograde, all that stuff, like we're going to need this cleansing and alignment. So if you haven't gotten into the VIP Soul Collective, then you can do that today if you want, or you can wait till we get closer to the 15th. I think you can set your own start date on there. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I corrected that from last week. What time in the morning? I have it set right now for 9 a.m. my time. So it resonates? Good. It's what you needed to hear, Heather? Well, good. I'm glad it's helping you. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Ooh, look at that. We have envy in reverse, okay? So when envy is in reverse, just like I was saying, like we don't want to judge people for the journey that they are on, right? If it's not on their path, if it's not in their energetic blueprint, it's just not in their energetic blueprint. Or if you see somebody doing something and they're having a lot of success and you want that, do not be envious of them. But also understand that if it doesn't work for you, that just literally means it was not in your energetic blueprint. Remember, I always tell y'all, you are very, very unique. No one is like you. No one will ever be like you. You have your own abilities. You have your own just like natural connection, okay? So when you start diving in to discover that, then you find your zone of genius and you take off. Okay, so don't ever be jealous of somebody else's success and love, money, happiness in general, because you have the opportunity to do just as much, if not more. Okay, you needed to hear this? Good. Good, good, good. Okay, let's see what else. What else do we want to grab? Let's do the Astro deck. I do like this one. If I can get it off. That one suctions. Let's see. What else do we need to know about this week? So today might feel a little wonky, but if you decide to really dive within, then you will experience this leveling up that we see on Thursday, okay? Aw, thank you so much. What else do we need to hear? And look at this card. So we have number 20, right? On envy, it's reversed, right? So we have number 20. Well, 2 is about balance. So when we're out of balance, then we become envious, right? So like my human design, when I'm in my zone of genius, when I'm balanced, I experience success. When I'm out of balance, my trait would be bitterness, right? Irritation, bitterness, all that stuff. So anytime I feel frustrated or any taste of bitterness, I'm like, okay, I need to come back to myself. I need to get regrounded, regroup, and then let's move forward, okay? Look at that, retrograde review. I told you, and it's number 15, right? I told you. We're looking back at everything. Yeah, we have Mercury retrograde, and it's just happening. You know, a lot of people, it's just going to happen to them. But it can actually happen for you if you take this time to really look back. Let me see if there's something on Tuesday that I feel like is an obstacle to me. Let me step back and see if it's one that I even want to tackle. And let me step back and really analyze what I can do differently this time. Instead of letting something defeat me or let myself feel defeated, how can I take one step at a time to overcome whatever it is I'm trying to overcome? Does that make sense? Because retrogrades are all about just reviewing things, okay? It's time for us to slow down, to take a step back and evaluate what's been going on in that section of our life, okay? So we have like 6 or 7 planets retrograde right now. So there's a lot of introspection happening in September. And if you use it to your advantage, you will move forward by leaps and bounds, okay? Whoops. Yeah, I love that. Karmic payouts are starting from today when Venus goes direct. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to really start to see in those areas of your life what wasn't working and how you want to move forward now, right? We have September as the 9th month. Well, 9 represents higher wisdom and completion, right? Something's coming to fruition one way or the other. And a lot of times it's things closing up, right? Karmic cycles closing up, but it's because you know it needs to close up, right? That's why we have that higher wisdom of the 9. It's because we know it needs to close up. It's for our highest good, even though it's not easy, right? It's not easy, but it's for our highest good. Ooh, look at that. Feel loved and proud. Okay, we were just talking about the 9. So here we have 1 and 9. We're getting a lot of like teens in our readings lately, right? Because the 1 is the self. This is all about you. Okay, and it's not in an ego sense. It's all about you leveling up through your own personal journey, not what society thinks, right? This is what you feel called to do, okay? So feel loved and proud. If you have never felt proud of yourself, then you are doing yourself a great disservice, because you should feel proud of yourself, because life is not easy. It is simple, right? I see it as a simple process, but it's not easy, okay? So whenever, like, be proud of the fact that you're still standing right now. You're still here. You're still breathing. Like, life is good. You're still alive. You still have more to experience. If you didn't have anything more to experience, you would be on the other side, okay? So be proud of every obstacle that you have gotten through. No matter if it beat you to hell all the way through, you still made it through, okay? Be proud of who you are and the natural abilities that you bring into this lifetime. Yes, it does. It takes a lot of patience. A lot of patience, which is not one of my virtues, to be honest. It's not. I'm all fire, so I have to remind myself to be patient. Let's see what else. And if you're just joining, this is what we do every Monday and Friday, okay? We look at each day of the week up until Thursday, and Friday we look at Friday through Sunday. If you are interested in learning how to actually read tarot like a real tarot reader, we start tomorrow, okay? You can go to my profile, click on my website, go to Tarot Apprenticeship, and that's where you register. Whoops, come on now. What else do we need to know this week? What's more of our message? I see a lot of blue here. So, you know, blue is a very healing color. Nope, not ready yet. Look at that, resistance. Blue is a very healing color, but it's also the color of our throat chakra, okay? Pay attention to what you're speaking. Pay attention to maybe where you feel lumps in your throat, where you're afraid to speak. All right? It's okay for you to speak your truth. You're supposed to be able to do that. And if you can't speak your truth around the people that you surround yourself with, then you need to find a different tribe. Okay? Look at that. Faith. So I love this card. It says Worm Moon Faith, and it's number 31. So when we have faith to me is like an inner knowing. It's not like I'm hoping something's going to happen. It's like I know something's going to happen. And when we have three is creative expression, right? So it's the masculine, the feminine. They both create something. That's why it looks like she's pregnant right there, okay? And she's nestled into the earth. And then she has the moon above her. So it's like masculine energy, logical, emotional, and creation. And she knows that things, like think about when someone's pregnant, the baby just naturally grows. The body just does what it naturally does. A woman doesn't have to do anything. She just rests and eats and whatever she needs to do, right? That's how the universe works. Whenever you are planting seeds for what you're wanting to grow, you have to know that, okay, well, I planted that seed and now it's going to grow. It's going to naturally do what it's supposed to do. And that's also how you can find yourself in your natural state. So I always ask everybody, you know, when they do private sessions with me and they, you know, I feel lost. I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, what do you feel comes natural to you? What is your happy place? So this right here is my happy place. I love coming on here, doing readings for y'all, connecting with y'all, channeling energy and messages. That's just my natural ability, okay? Everybody has natural abilities. So whenever you tap into that, then that's where you find this growth, okay? Thank y'all so much for the gifts and everything. Oh, I'm so glad. That's the most helpful analogy I could have heard for that. You are so very welcome. You are so very welcome. That makes me very, very happy. That's the thing. So I'm not boasting about myself. I want you guys to use this information for you to better understand yourself. So part of my human design, part of my astrology blueprint, my energetic blueprint is to be able to break things down to where they're easy to digest. I've always had that ability. I just thought it was just something I was just good at, but it's my purpose. It's my destiny to break things down for y'all, for it to really make sense. And I see things from different perspectives because we want to look at it as reality. We want to be able to digest something because a lot of the stuff we hear sounds like way out here, right? It's like, okay, well, that's cool and all, but I don't get it. I don't understand. That's a lot of work. That's why I always say life is simple. I can see it simply, but it's not easy. So if we can break it down to where you can understand things simply, then you're going to have growth. So that makes me very happy that that made sense to you. I appreciate that. Let's see what else. Yeah, it does give very Empress vibes, doesn't it? Right? And then 3 and 1 is 4. So yeah, Venus goes direct today. And when we do things through the heart space, when we do things because we just feel called to it, it just makes us happy. Like I said, I was talking to my son earlier this morning about his career, and he was trying to do one thing, but then he's been talking about another thing because I had sent him something that kind of sparked something within him. And I told him, I said, do you see how excited you are about this other avenue? And he was like, yeah. And I said, that's where you want to go. You want to go where you feel excited, where you feel uplifted. If it's something you feel like you have to make fit, it's not going to work. Okay? And it doesn't mean that you're not deserving. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It just means that's not your direction. That's all it is. Okay? Sometimes, the whole it's too good to be true thing it doesn't apply. Okay? Because there are things that have happened in my life and I'm like, oh, this is too good to be true. And then we start expecting the shoe to drop, right? We start expecting for something negative to come in because, oh, that was too easy. No, sometimes things are just easy. Like this house, getting into this house was freaky easy. And I was like, okay, what's wrong? And then I had to remind myself, no, this is the way the universe works, right? I wanted to get another dog for a companion for my dog that I currently have. Got it easy. Got him for free. And he's a purebred and a puppy. So there's things that you can get in life that are so easy. Don't second guess yourself and don't think that just because you got something positive that now something negative needs to happen. Okay? That's the ego mind going, no, you don't deserve this. This kind of stuff doesn't happen to you. We have to shut that down. Okay? Yeah, and the vacation. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you're so very welcome, y'all. It makes me extremely happy that this resonates. I've been working with negative people and it's been messing with my clarity. Oh, it will. They will just vomit their negativity all over you. I love my position at work. It came to me just like the admin part. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So you can, see how you can change things around there. I mean, I don't know. We'd have to talk more about it, but yeah. Look, we got this the other day, but I think it was in reverse. I can't remember. We got bushfire, fury. Okay. Which is interesting because we have envy. Whoops, if I can turn that right way. We have envy in reverse and bushfire. Okay. Number one, there's no rush in your life. Okay. It's really easy for us to get into this feeling that, oh, well, I'm 42 years old. I should be here by now. If I don't get here, then it's like so much time wasted. And no. It's just life. It's just an experience. Okay. So wherever you are now, you're in the perfect place. You can start fresh at any moment. You can take a different direction at any moment. Somebody messaged me one time, this was a few years ago, and she told me that she was contemplating no longer being here because she felt so lost. And I sent her a message and I was like, please don't do that, because when you're lost, that means there are endless possibilities for you to find yourself. That's a good thing to be lost, because that means that you can try so many different things. And if it doesn't work for you, it just means it's not meant for you. But when you allow yourself to try different things, to see things from a different perspective and to understand that life is just an experience, then we don't take it personally. And she responded and told me that it really helped her and she felt so much better. And I was like, oh, thank God, And I still think about her to this day. And this was years ago. And I'm just like, if anybody ever feels lost, just understand that that is the perfect place to find yourself. Because if you don't feel lost, either you're on the right path and life is good, or you're trying to fit into a place that isn't yours. Okay? You know that if you're unhappy. Does that make sense? It's not easy being a light worker, y'all. Everybody that's here, wanting to expand, wanting to understand the universe, all that stuff, we're all light workers, okay? So just understand that you're going to be in positions to where it's not easy. But if you move through your highest good, if you move through the heart space, then you come out on the other side I don't know how to describe it other than like this initiation, right? You get this leveling up of a sense. Oh, it's okay, Denise. Yes, so many do try to dim our light, for sure, because it threatens them. But it shouldn't threaten them. It should inspire them. But if they don't want to be inspired, then we just have to let them be where they are, right? Look, self-realization. There you go. I told you, we're getting all of these teams, you know, all the numbers with the ones in it, because we're talking about the self. We're talking about you initiating this leveling up, you initiating going within, you initiating analyzing where you're at, where you want to be, you initiating who you spend your time with and who you don't. There's so much that you are in control of in your life. So if you don't like something in your life, then you can change it, okay? Self-awareness, self-realization is the first thing you want to pay attention to, okay? And the way you can do that is you can start looking at your human design. You can look at your astrology. You can look at your numerology. Then you want to start paying attention to why you do the things that you do. Well, that's shadow work. And like I said, I'm gonna create that module for the tribe, and we're gonna walk through shadow work together. And it's just so much about personal awareness of why you do the things you do, why you are in the place that you are. It's just really taking stock of your life and then figuring out, okay, what do I want to change in this area of my life and why? How can I go about doing that? How can I take little steps? Remember, we have distant horizon, right? How can I drop the anchor, like cut the anchor loose so I can soar? Let's see what else. Let's get this one. Yeah, it's going to be awesome, Denise. I'm excited for it. Yeah, I figured that's what you were talking about in the shadow work. What else do we need to know? We have book. Look at that. Remember how I told you we're in the 9th month? I think we've had this recently, or it might have been another reading I was doing, but the book, and it's closed. Okay, so what I was saying about the 9th month, that's where things come to completion. That's where we close the book, close the chapter on whatever it is that is not meant for us. Are we rereading the same story over and over and over again in our life, wondering why we're unhappy? Think about that. That's why we have the World card whenever it shows up in reverse. It's like we're going through, it's like endless Groundhog Day. Y'all seen that movie? I hate that movie because to me that's a nightmare, going through the same day over and over again. Right? So what chapters need to be closed and what chapters need to be written? You hold the pen, not me, not anybody else. You hold the pen. My job, my energetic blueprint is to help you have a better life. Literally, that's my energetic blueprint. I'm the idea person. I'm the person that like breaks down all the stuff around you and lets you shine. And so what do you want to write? Okay? You hold the pen of your life. It's up to you. Let's get a soul helper. That's the story of your life. I've said that. I've said that more than once. All right. If you don't like, we got to stop hitting replay, right? We got to stop hitting like the rewind button and then play, the rewind button and then play. Let's see what else we need to know. Look, oh, I love this one. This is so me. It says, it's number 16, okay, another teen. So it says, to conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. Look at that. See? To conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. This is my story. This is my theme, is like to try to be like everybody else, to try to conform to everything. I'm not interested. I mean, if that's your jam, go for it. But to try to be like everybody else just is going to mean that you're setting yourself up for unhappiness. Okay? To try to, fit into society standards, you're going to be miserable because they are always changing. What drives me crazy is, I'm going to give y'all a funny analogy or way to think about it. Butt sizes. So in the 80s and 90s, if you had a big butt, that was a bad thing. And then all of a sudden that shifted. And now big butts are a good thing. If you look at eyebrow shape, big bushy eyebrows were in back in the day. Then it was thin eyebrows. Now natural eyebrows are coming back. So it's like you're always going to be changing because the goalpost is always moving. Like there are women that are putting their lives in danger getting butt implants or whatever because now the trend is a big booty. But that surgery is life-threatening, but people still do it every day. So think about that. To conform is to die inside, okay? Because you're no longer being you, right? Doing enhancements, fine. That's not a big deal, right? You do what you feel led to do. But to put your life in danger over a trend is the harmful thing. Does that make sense to y'all? I like to use real stuff that we talk about. Just because, think about it. Fashion changes like this, right? And that's why you see so much here on TikTok Shop, on Amazon, all these cheap manufacturers and things like that. They are capitalizing off of manipulation, right? They change the trend every season so you'll buy more. And you're wasting money on shit that you don't even want. That's going to be out of style in a few months, maybe in a few days. So really pay attention to what you're trying to, what box you're trying to put yourself in. And then ask yourself why. Why am I trying to do that? Is it just because I feel like I'm going to be more accepted? All of that. Yeah, stay classic. That was the thing, about growing my hair out, because my hair is silver now, right? And we as women have to really fight when it comes to beauty standards. And so I grew it out because I wanted to see how I would feel about it. And there are still times where I'm like, oh, should I just color my hair? And I'm like, no, this is natural hair. It's natural silver. People pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to get silver in their hair, to get silver hair. And it goes through a whole flip-flop in the mind of is this the right thing? Are people going to look at me and think I'm old? It's just, but it's your natural beauty. We've got to learn how to love ourselves the way that we are. And like I said, if we want to and do a little bit of enhancements, that's fine, but why? Okay? It's not a bad thing to do enhancements, but just why? Is it because of somebody else? Or is it just something that makes you feel good naturally? Right? I know that is for you, Michelle, for sure. Let's see. Thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I love the silver, especially in the sun. It really shines. But, we have that stigma of silver means old, right? If you have gray, people will say, oh, I love your gray hair. I'm like, first of all, it ain't gray. Because to me, gray means old, right? Gray means dull to me. And so I always tell them it's silver or platinum. Take your pick. But it really is silver. My hairdresser, she looked at it. She's like, no, your hair is white silver. And she's like, it's beautiful because it naturally blends. This is my natural color under here. This is my natural color up here. This is what I'm growing out that has a little bit of blonde in it. And so, you know, whenever we start embracing what we have naturally and we stand our ground in that, there's beauty in that. And people admire that. Thank you, Michelle. I think I would too. I would hope somebody would talk me out of it. Let's see. Thank you. And I was talking to my stylist about it, and she was like, yeah, if you just don't want to look old, then we just need to you always have to have a good haircut. And I was like, damn right. Let's see. Y'all are so nice. Okay, let's get in the money deck. We need to know what our money focus is this week. We got talking about hair and just went off on a tangent. Did you, Michelle? They're the best. And I got the little saucers that go with them. I love them. Just because it adds a little, boost to my morning coffee. They're great. If y'all like my coffee mug, it's on Amazon. Domingo, I have threatened that to the boys, and they're like, don't you dare. Yes, fancy mornings. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, they're on Amazon. I can't remember what it's called, but you can look up bubble glass coffee mugs, and then you'll find the original name of them. I can't remember what it is right now. So let's see what our money focus is. And they're not expensive. Look, we have investment, okay? So we see option number 1, finances are looking good and growing. Uh-oh. Number 2, this is a great time to invest. So think about that. Where do you want to invest your money? Is it investing in, financial stuff like stocks or life insurance or whatever? I don't know anything about that. So you'd have to find a professional, right? Or is it investing in your future? Okay. For example, people that get into the tarot class, they are investing in their future. They are investing in their spiritual journey. Number 3, set a strong foundation and you will see the fruits of your labor. Did I not talk about that earlier? Remember, if you were here at the beginning, I talked about setting that solid foundation, doing the tedious, annoying work at first because you want that solid foundation to be set. You can still be building, right, on the other side, but you still want to be paying attention to that solid foundation of what you want your business to stand on, okay? Or your just financial security. I don't have tarot class on any other time or day. This is going to be the last way I do this tarot class. Next year, it will change to have more availability for the people that can't make it on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. So I will be expanding on that. I don't have a time frame yet because I'm working on modules for the tribe right now. And I've got to still finish and publish my tarot book. But yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have any additional days or times right now. Shut up, Domingo. He thinks he's funny. That's my best friend, y'all, if you don't know. Yes, there is still time to get in tarot class. You need to go to the link in my bio and go to Tarot Apprenticeship. It is closing down tonight because tomorrow I'm going to be sending everybody the PDFs and Zoom link for class number 1 because we start tomorrow. I'm going to be sending all that out tomorrow, and I can't have people joining last minute. So today is the last day to get into tarot class. So thank you for asking. Oh, 5 p.m. I know. I'm so sorry. I bet that is hard. I tried to find like a median time, but it's just with having access to people all over the world. Like there are people in other countries that want to join the tarot class, but for them it's in the middle of the night, right? So that's why I'm shifting things, trying to do it a little bit differently next year to see if it'll help to accommodate more people. Well, I mean, you can listen while you drive, but you really want to be able to pay attention because you're going to need to take notes during the class. It is recorded, so if you're in the class and we go through, I record it and then I send you the recording afterwards, and so you have that for as long as you want, okay? But it is really beneficial for you to be able to sit down and focus during the class because you're going to take notes and things like that. Let's see what else we need to know. And it's funny, y'all, because I have guys in my class this year or this time. I've never had guys in my class, and I'm excited. We have an equal amount of guys and women, and so I'm interested to see who tips the scales. How many? I don't even know, Denise, honestly. I'll have to look back. I don't know how many tarot classes I've done. It's exhausting, but it's fun. I love it. Look, we have shield. Yes, you did, Jonathan. You did balance it. So we have shield. It's in reverse. It says grounded, defensive, resistance, feeling vulnerable. So look, when we aren't so defensive, okay, about life and other people, when we stop taking things personally, we can drop the shields. We don't have to be mad at everything. One what do I want to call it? Trick to abundance is to not be mad that you have to pay for things, to actually be happy to pay for things. For real. I used to get so irritated, right, that I had to pay for everything, you know, because I'm the single mom and all this other stuff. And I just kept fighting for my lack. But when I turned it around and I was like, you know what, I'm happy to pay for that because I've got the money. The universe is always bringing me money every single day. So I'm happy to pay for that. To pay my rent, to pay my utilities, to pay my car payment, everything. I always make sure that I'm in a place of gratitude as I pay it. Because if I'm not, it's going to stay gone. But if I'm in a place of gratitude as I pay it, that money comes right back to me. Okay? So use that little trick of not being upset or frustrated that you have to pay for something. And it's really easy to be upset and frustrated right now because everything is so inflated. I get that. But if you want to be defiant in that area, you can say, you know what? Fine. I'll pay for that because the universe is going to turn around and give it back to me tenfold. So what? That's how I use my defiance to help me through life. I've always been defiant in life. Like certain things didn't make sense, right? Because to conform is to die inside. I can't stand it. So yeah. One of the 4 agreements is to never take anything personal. Man, do I have to work on that every day. Oh, totally, Maudie. Totally. You want to do the class, Sandy? I would love to have you in it. Yeah, it's amazing when you finally get into the energy flow of the universe. It feels weird at first because you're not used to it. But then you're like, ooh, this is pretty freaking cool because things just happen. That's what I was telling my son this morning, you know, because he's looking at this new career opportunity. And I told him, he said something, it's like, no, I don't want to. Oh, I hate how that does that. He was like, I don't even want to say it. He's like, because I don't want to manifest that, because he was talking about money. And so let me tell you, when you are on the right path, you don't have to worry about money, because money and just opportunities find you because you're on the right path. I was like, so don't even think about money. Don't worry about money right now. Your focus is to start building this career. And that's what we're going to do. You found the mug, Charlotte? Yay, good. You're going to love it. You're taking that approach with your daughters. Looks like her car is going to need a new engine. Ooh, yeah. And being grateful that, yeah, you have the money to pay for that. What was it? There was something that happened a while back. I cannot remember what it was. And I was like, man, I'm just so grateful that I have the money to pay for this. Done. Look, ooh, stag spirit leadership. I love this because I'm a natural leader. It's all over my freaking charts. But leadership. So not everybody wants to be a leader, right? But you have to be the leader in your own life. Remember how I was telling y'all, we have all of these teens showing up. So the one is like really prominent in our readings lately. Well, one is the self. So you have to be the one that leads by example in your own life. You are the creator of your own life because every decision that you make takes you down a certain path. And when we think about stag spirit, this also represents being set on something and not wavering. Okay? So this is you leading by example, and it's number 39. 39. So it's 12. See? 12, 1, initiation, creation, 2, balance and decisions. Okay? And then 3, and you add the 1 and the 2, makes 3. So we have the masculine and feminine, creative expression. See what I'm saying? Whenever you start making decisions, whenever you start leading by example in your own life, you start creating that experience. Okay? And it all has to do with you and what you want. But the more you let people in society knock your vision off track, the more you're going to experience these obstacles, okay? So, all right, my loves, I hope that helps you. I hope you have a wonderful week. If you need anything, I'm always here. I will be back here Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to look at the energy of the weekend. If you have any questions about tarot class, feel free to message me, email me, message me, whatever. I always think of that. Call me, beat me, anyway. That's so old. But anyways, I'm always here, okay? Y'all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye, y'all. Mwah.